So if you hear a loud buzzing noise, that is my portable air conditioning. Why do I have a portable air conditioner? It's because my AC broke days ago and I've not been able to get it fixed. And it is now 11 p.m. at night, the only time I could do a video where it was cool enough in the house where I don't feel like I'm burning in an oven. So please excuse any excess noise, excuse if I look a little messy, a little hot, a little flushed, or a hot mess up in here right now, but your girl's gotta continue on with the show. So today I thought it would be a great topic to focus on how to stop fixing people. Okay, before we understand how to stop fixing people, we first have to identify why you are a fixer to begin with. So there's a few reasons why. One is when you see someone is upset or they have a problem, you personally feel uncomfortable with them being uncomfortable. So really it's a matter of you're looking for relief for yourself because you can't handle them being so uncomfortable. It is a type of projection. So if you are a fixer because of this, it's most likely you had narcissistic caregivers or overly codependent caregivers that you felt like you had to take care of them anytime there was a problem or an issue. And this was to create some sort of security or safety, because if there was a problem, the whole house was upside down and then your needs couldn't get met. And so you only felt like you could get some of your needs met if you made it a more secure place in the household. So now you go out in the world and you find these people they feel like you have to fix, because that's how you find some sort of security and safety. Another reason why is you feel very validated fixing people. So it's a literal addiction where, you know, we always talk about, oh, helping people so selfless. It's not. They're fooling you. You get something out of it. When you go to like a food drive and you give food away, what do you get from that? You feel good about it. It's something like, not everyone does this, but you can go tell people like, oh, I went to the food drive, and it, you know, you feel like a part of a community and you feel really good about yourself, so you get something out of it. It's not just a selfless act. And so that's what it is if you feel empty inside, or you are really struggling with yourself and you're feeling you have a hole inside your heart, then that's when you will want to seek that validation from outside sources, and one being taking care and fixing and helping situations. And this may be the only way you really feel whole, even if it's temporary. And this especially happens not only if you have narcissistic parents, but also codependent parents. Codependent parents teach these behaviors of overly needing to take care of others. And then the last one is if you had a caregiver that overly was involved in your life and always took on everything and tried to fix it for you. So now you see that and you take it on and you see others and you feel like you need to overly fix, overly involve yourself in other people's issues and try to take care of them. And that is how you show love, or you feel loved. So there's some, you know, great qualities of being a fixer. You know, you are caring and you just want to help your loved ones. But the negatives, if you can be overbearing and you can appear and be controlling, and there is such a thing as being annoyingly helpful, especially when you're helpful and you actually mess something up. Like for instance, let's say you see a dish on the side and you clean it and your partner is like, no, that was bad that you cleaned it. It needs to be cleaned this specific way, and now you helped in a negative way, and that's a problem. See, doing things like that, where you're overly trying to fix, overly trying to help, it can come with its negatives. Or you may see someone that's struggling and you go to help them, but you actually wind up enabling them, and then they just get worse because they didn't need your help. They actually needed a little bit more distance or a push. So that's why it's so important that you don't become that fixer. Now, there needs to be a healthy balance. Obviously, you know, when you have people in your life, it's not like you never want to call them out on things or try to help them, but you also don't want to overly do it either. So you need to kind of learn that healthy balance. So here's what you do. When you first meet someone, you know, every single person has a fatal flaw, and this goes with your relationships, your romantic relationships, your friendships, whatever it is. Every single person you have is going to have some type of flaw. And I'm not talking about toxic traits or abusive traits. Like, no, that person out the window, goodbye, you don't even welcome them in. But I'm just talking about things about them, like maybe they don't have manners, or maybe they are a little bit lazy. Whatever that is, they have fatal flaws. If you meet this person and you cannot accept them, like imagine they will never change. If you cannot accept them for who they are, because change is hard, not everyone can change, not everyone wants to change, then do not welcome them in your life, or have them not an important role in your life, and understand this is their limits and this is how they are, and you accept who they are. Now, like I had said, it doesn't mean that you never call them out. Here's how you do it, is you have someone in your life, you can call them out, talk to them about it, but let them be who they are. If they choose not to change, then let things happen naturally, progress, whether that's you guys drift apart, whether that's you learn to accept it, whatever it is, let it be. Because what comes with fixing is there's a type of trying to control too much, and that comes again from your childhood of trying to control, you know, your situation and make things okay or better, and trying to make sure that the person doesn't go off the ledge. But that's not your responsibility or your job to worry if the people in your life as an adult are going off the ledge. And I don't mean the extremes, like they're gonna hurt themselves, but I mean like they're maybe making a bad decision, you don't necessarily agree. You can say something, say, hey, I don't really agree with that, this is my opinion, but you are going to do whatever you're gonna do. It may cause a drift between us if you do kind of do this. You know, you can let them know your honest feedback and feeling that it could possibly happen, and then let them decide and do their own thing. So if you welcome someone that's overly unhealthy in your life, let them be unhealthy, and that's when you need to reconsider, do I want this person in my life? Because you are draining yourself trying to fix them. Invest your time in people that want to grow with you, not people that you're carrying on your back up the mountain. Now, how do you know when to offer assistance? Ask questions. Let's say someone's struggling with something and they bring it up to you. Ask them questions. Hey, what do you think you should do about that? Like, I don't know, like, do you want advice? You know, do you want help with that? You know, and let them tell you what they need. You know, don't force it, don't push it, let them tell you. And if they, you know, are resistant or they don't take your help, you can say, okay, listen, I'm here if you need my help. I'll be right over there. Just let me know at any moment, and let them come to you rather than you trying to force yourself on them. Because really it's just a matter of you trying to feel better rather than, and this is a harsh reality, rather than them actually doing better. Because you're not thinking about them. They don't care about doing better. If you really cared about what they wanted, then you would let them be. So it's really just a matter of you wanting to soothe something, a discomfort, an inner child wound inside of yourself. And another big reason why you want to ask them questions is because it helps them to have problem solving on their own, rather than creating this dependence of them feeling like they need you to solve everything. Like, they need to go on their own journey to learn how to solve these problems. And how you do it, ask them questions. What do you think about this situation? What advice would you give to a friend? You know, what would you tell me if I was going through the same thing? You ask them different questions, so that way they can develop that problem solving skill. And you can always guide them. Like, I don't know. Be like, well, this is what I would do. But again, it's not your job or responsibility to take it on. And this comes to an understanding your role now, because you've developed unhealthy relationships when it comes to people and trying to fix them or take care of them. So understand your role as a partner, as a friend, as a mother or a sister or brother, whatever it is. It's to be on the sidelines, supporting them, cheering them on, rather than in the forefront, leading and guiding the whole thing. Now, with children, it's a little bit different. Obviously, you have to lead and guide, but it shouldn't be overly where like they're way in the back and like they can't even grab your hand because you're so far ahead of them taking care of things that they can't catch up. That's when you have to heal that inner child wound of saying, okay, I'm not a helpless child anymore. I don't have to fix my situations to create security. I don't have to follow my parents' or caregivers' footsteps. This is a different time. I want to have healthier relationships where I'm not just finding these people that I can fix, because I'm sure you're drained and you're exhausted from fixing people. And also there's a resentment that comes up because people, they don't like being told what to do, and they don't always take your help. And you're like, why didn't you listen to my advice? It was good advice. No one is, I don't know anyone that really listens to advice. They more so need to, they'll hear it and it will make sense maybe later on, but they more so, unless they're asking for advice, they more so are more likely to do their own thing and learn their life lessons on their own. And that's what you have to allow, is allow them to learn their life lessons and let it happen. So instead of focusing on a goal, because it's addiction, and with addictions we always talk about you have to replace it, you don't just get rid of it, is instead of focusing on that old goal of you know, trying to fix their situations and make it better. Focus on a new goal, which is you want to help, be the support to help them grow. And by doing that, it's allowing them to go on their own journey and fail and get hurt. And you can still be there. Like I said, you can say, hey, I'm here if you need me, but you have to let them be the main character, not you always be the main character. You gotta be the side character in their story. So when you shift your goal and you see it from a different perspective, it's easier to let go of the fixing and heal that inner child and say, hey, I don't need to fix, it's not my responsibility. Give yourself that permission to let it go and focus on a new goal, whatever you decide that new goal is. But just like how you probably feel really good because you're probably really great at problem solving and you can figure things out, let them have that experience too. You're taking away experience, you're taking away their journey. So let them have that journey. Even though you have the best of intentions, it's hurting you and your relationships. So what do you guys think? Leave it all in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, especially because your girl is doing it in 85-degree, it's not even weather, it's heat. You know I really care to put out a video. So give it a subscribe for the dedication. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye guys. Be the hot mess express up in here right now. I gotta stop fixing people. I gotta stop fixing my hair. Mama's gonna put out a video.